Blessed be your holy name, Jesus. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Jesus. We lift your name on high, Lord. Once again, we are here because you've been faithful. We are here because you are God. We are here because you are Lord, and you're the Savior of our lives. Thank you, Jesus. Blessed be your holy name. Lord, we want to hear from you once again, Lord, to be taught by you, to be taught of the Lord himself. And Father God, we pray that even as we hear, even as we are taught by you, Lord, help us, O God, to be the doers of your word in the name of Jesus. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Father. I always make you. I always bless your heart. Thank you, Father. Help us to make you smile, make you proud. I wanna make you smile. I wanna bless your heart. Thank you, Jesus. Hi everyone, I hope you are doing great and welcome to Faith Series. I hope you've been well, and I trust that God has been faithful in your life throughout the entire week. And we are seeing another day, another Wednesday that is also a proof of his faithfulness in our lives. So if you don't see anything, you can't recognize anything that proves his faithfulness, that alone shows that he's been faithful, right? We've been given another chance to make him proud, to make him smile, and to also fulfill our purpose. So let's thank God for that as well. So today is another day of Faith Series, and we continue with our current topic. This is the longest topic we've done, and I believe it's one that is very important. So if you haven't watched part 1 of this specific topic, please do well to refer to my YouTube, to refer to this very same page on my Instagram, refer to my Facebook as well. All the sessions have been saved, right? We are on part 6 of this same topic because it's important and it's long, and I don't want to cut out anything that I've learned from this, and I want you also to learn from it as well, right? So we are on wealth and financial prosperity part 6. We are on part 6, and we started a topic, a subtopic last week, which is called the physical laws of wealth and abundance. We spoke about the first one, and today we are continuing on the other laws, right? We are on the physical laws of wealth and abundance, and this is under the topic wealth and financial prosperity, right? Okay, so if you know someone, a friend that you love them so much, you want to grow alongside them, you want them to grow even as you grow financially, please do well and send them the video, send them the link, send them whatever, recorded sessions that we've had before. If you want them to grow with you, do well and share the messages with them, and God bless you as you do so. Okay. And yeah, from last week we talked about the law of mental transformation. We spoke so much about it that it was literally the only thing we spoke about. But basically, you can never rise above your mindset. You can never rise above your mental transformation, right? The things that you have around you, they are the manifestation of your constant thoughts, your results, everything you have right now, wherever you are financially right now, okay, and in any other area of life as well, they are as a result of what you've been thinking about and what you constantly think of yourself and your future, right? That is a very important topic. So if you want to learn how you can improve, do well and refer to part 5 of the same wealth and financial abundance. Okay, so we are on the second law, which is the law of value. The law of value. The first law was what? The law of mental transformation, and we are on the second law, which is the law of value. The law of value. Okay, we are reading from Proverbs 18 verse 16. Proverbs 18 verse 16, and it says, a man's gift maketh room for him and bringeth him before great men. Proverbs 18 verse 16, and it says, a man's gift maketh room for him and bringeth him before great men. Okay, a man's gift makes room for him and it brings him before great men. Okay, and yeah, we'll be saying a lot of things. So if you have a pen wherever you are, just do well to write. I'm going to try and be as fast as I can today, so it shouldn't be too long. Okay, so your value is a measure of your skill, your gift, your abilities, whether acquired or inherent, right? Your value. Remember the subtopic that we are on today is what? The physical laws of wealth and abundance, and we are on number 2, which is what? The law of value. Number 1 was the law of mental transformation, and we are on the law of value, right? So value is important. Value is important. It is important to know God. It is important to have a relationship with God, have favor with God, and so many other things. But these values, these laws, physical laws, are as important as the spiritual laws that we already discussed, right? We are speaking about the law of value. Your value is a measure of your skill, your gift, your abilities, whether acquired or inherent. Your value measures your skill, your gift, your ability, whatever that you're able to offer to people, right? That is measured. It is measured on based on your skill, your gift, your abilities, and they can be whether something that you learned and you've mastered and you learn how to do, something that you were born with, whatever the case may be. Your value is a measure of your skill, of your gift, and your abilities. Okay, so your value is also a measure of your ability to solve problems and provide solutions. Not just any solutions, but solutions that are needed and useful, right? Solutions that are needed and useful. Your value is also a measure of your ability to solve problems and bring solutions that are needed and useful. Sometimes we are able to provide solutions, but you provide solutions that already your neighbor is providing. So hence our value is not in demand because we have the same solutions that the whole street is having, right? So you sometimes even in the marketplace, I think it's in the in the let's just say at school, man, where they sell food and stuff, you find that 2 people or 30 people are selling the same thing, right? The very same thing. And the truth is, not all of them are going to be sold at the end of the day. But now, whoever is going to be sold out is going to be determined upon whatever that they are presenting, which is the same as the other person. Does it taste the same way? You understand? But the rest of the people, end up not selling out. And sometimes some people can be able to sell 1 or 2 things because they have people they know around that area, so they buy from them instead. So your ability to solve problems and to bring about solutions, it should be solutions that are needed and they are useful, right? You can't be providing the same solution that we've had already, like we know. You understand? It should be something that should be needful and also useful. All right. So it is a measure of your usefulness to the marketplace. Your value is the measure of your usefulness to the marketplace. where there is demand and supply? Are you able to supply what is in demand? Okay? Are you able to give people the solutions they need? Not the solutions that are already there available to everyone. Okay? So your value decides who pursues you and who rewards you. Remember the Bible verse we already says, a man's gift maketh room for him and bringeth him before great men. It is the man's gift that will bring him to great people, to kings, right? Because of his gift. So your value decides who pursues you and who rewards you. Your value determines who pursues you, who looks after you, and who rewards you for that same value. Okay? It decides who pursues you and also who rewards you, right? We get paid and rewarded for bringing value to the marketplace. We get paid and rewarded for bringing solutions to people, right? This is known more in the business world, that you have to supply a need, right? And you in you supplying a need for your business to work, for your business to succeed, there must be a demand for that need, right? Not just that you think it's a need, but you look, it applies in different places. Like what we need in a rural area might not be what the people in the suburbs would need. So you need to provide services, to provide value that is needed in that area and also useful in that area. Okay? You will not prosper by magic. It won't be magic. It won't be, superstitiously because you are a child of God. There are things that need to be applied. You need the physical laws of prosperity to be able to succeed, right? Just like the people who don't even know God apply this and they win, you also need to apply the same. So you must discover and develop your problem-solving skills and abilities if you want to prosper. You must find a problem that you can solve, and you can be rewarded for solving that problem. You must discover and develop your problem-solving skills and abilities if you want to prosper. You're going to have to provide a service, and it's going to be, that service has to be in demand. It has to be useful and needed in that area for you to actually prosper and be rewarded for that service. Okay? Become a master at providing solutions, and you will never be ignored. Sometimes it's not that we are not talented. We are talented, but the services we are providing, are they in demand? Are they needful in our area? Are they needful and useful in our area? Okay, so you need to find and develop those problem-solving skills that are needed and also useful. It is not a matter of gender. It is not a matter of your background that is making you not to win or making you not to excel in your business, in whatever ideas you have. No. It has to be, there has to be value, and that value has to provide services that are needed and useful. Okay, needed and useful. So the moment you have competence and the value to deliver results, nobody will ignore you. So you're going to have competence. You're going to have developed your skills, developed your value, and provided with excellence so that you will not be ignored. Right? If we know you, like there are people that you know even in your area that when you think about sewing clothes, you know who comes in your mind. When you think about selling maybe certain fruits, you know who comes to your mind. Maybe in a state whereby you need building materials, you know which shop provides the best, right? And that is because they don't just have the value, they have the value, and they developed and they refined their value to produce results that are good, are excellent and competent, right? So because you know that they are competent, you know that if I had this person to build my house, I'll have a good house, I'll have a strong house. They pay attention to the foundation of the house. That is why whenever you're thinking about building, you think about a certain person, even though there are many people who build, right? But the one that is excellent, their value produces results that are competent and excellent. That is the person you will think about, and that such a person can never be ignored. Such a person will prosper because not only do they have their value, but their value is refined. Their value produces results that everyone wants to have. Okay? Rewards answer to value. Rewards answer to value. People wouldn't just pay you for doing a shabby job. If they pay you for the first time when you did a shabby job, you must be sure that next time they won't call you. Okay? Because the rewards answer value. It is when you provide value, competent value that is refined, that you are rewarded. Okay, so whoever solves the problem is the one that will receive the reward. Whoever comes up with a solution to the problems of our area is the one that receives the rewards. Okay, so be valuable so that people will not be no one will ignore you. Be so valuable that no one around you will ignore you. Be so valuable around you that everyone will want to use your services, want to and know how they can use you in their projects. That is value. If you are valuable, even if you don't go around advertising yourself, the people you've done services for, they will advertise for you. They will advertise on your behalf. The word of, what do you call it? A word of the mouth, right? They will use word of the mouth to advertise you and your work, because it will be speaking for itself. People will just be rushing to come and patronize your services, right? So you have to have value and make sure it is refined the value, right? So we read from Genesis 41 from verse 14 to 43. I'm not going to read, I'm just going to summarize the story. Okay, Genesis 41 from verse 14 to 43. Genesis 41 verse 14 to 43. Whenever I try to rush to not take too much time, I end up Genesis 14 from verse 14 to 43, right? This is a story of Joseph, right? Joseph was brought out of the dungeon after Pharaoh called for him, right? And he was asked to interpret the dreams, right? And interpret the dream that Pharaoh had. Having interpreted the dream that Pharaoh had, right, which was his value in this case, it was something, ability. Remember I said it's a measure of your ability, of your gift at the beginning. So in this case, it was his value. It was Joseph's value to interpret the dream that Pharaoh had. Okay, after all that Joseph said and interpreted the dream, Pharaoh now said that now asked if there was anyone as such that Joseph was describing, someone who's wise and discreet, who can be able to do what Joseph was saying as an interpretation to the dream, right? And at the end of the day, Pharaoh said, no, I don't think there's anyone as wise and as discreet as you, Joseph. And by the reason of the value that Joseph provided, okay, he was made ruler, not only over Pharaoh's home, but also over the entire, Egypt. Okay, this was the value of Joseph that took him from the dungeon to what? To in front of the king, to stand in front of the king. Remember from where we read, the Bible said that a man's gift maketh room for him and bringeth him before great men. So in this case, the gift of interpreting dreams that was in Joseph made a way for him to come out of the prison. And not only for him to come out of the prison, but he was also put in charge over Pharaoh's house and also over the entire economic system of Egypt. The entire Egypt itself and its economy. It was now in the hands of Joseph. Now this is what value can do. This is a lifting power of value, right? Every blessed man, everyone who is established, they are looking for people who are able to provide value. Right? Sometimes you'll be thinking, oh my God, we have an uncle that is so rich. I have so and so in my family that has money, but nobody calls me for a job. And you begin to think about it. If we think about it now, like together right here, if they were to hire you, they were to call you to come and do the job in their office or in their house, in whatever company they have, do you think you pull it off? Because it's not just about relations. It's about value. If you're providing something, you're bringing something to the table that they need and is useful to them, they wouldn't be able to ignore you, right? Value is an enhancer of favor as well. It enhances favor, okay? When you're valuable, it is easy for favor to find you and to find an expression in your life because you provide value that is useful and it's also what? It's also needful. It is easy for favor to locate you and find expression in your life when you provide value. Okay? Number 3. What is the third law? What is the third law of physical laws of wealth and financial prosperity? What is the third law of physical the third physical law of wealth and prosperity, or wealth and abundance? The third physical law of wealth and abundance. Okay? The third law, that is the law of productivity. We spoke about providing value. We spoke about not just bringing relations to the place, not just knowing the people. We spoke about you providing a service, you being valuable, and providing something that is useful. Okay, that is useful and needful to the consumers, or to whoever need your services. Okay, we spoke about having the problem solving and solution bringing as skills. Okay, so number 3, we're talking about the law of productivity. The law of productivity. Okay, productivity is the quality or the ability to create, to make, or to enhance products and services. What is productivity? It is the ability, it is the quality or ability to create, to make, or enhance products and services. Okay, it is the ability to refine, to develop your value, and to turn it into products and services that are needed, and they are what? And they are useful. As powerful as your value might be, as good as a singer you might be, as good as a singer you might be, or a cook you might be, it is not enough. You need to be productive. You need to be productive. There are many gifted people today who are bankrupt. There are many gifted people today who lack so much. And they are living in debt and they are poor because they just have value only. It is not refined. It is not developed, okay, to suit the problems. To suit the consumers they have, or the people around them that they can provide that service to. Okay, we need not only to have the value, but we also need it to be refined. If it's singing, refine it. If it's cooking, refine it. Make it look good. Okay, package it well, let it look, so good. You can cook, okay, you can sing, okay, you can dance, okay, you can preach, okay, but nobody has placed a value on your grace yet, because whatever gift you have, whatever value you're bringing to the table is not refined. It is not developed, okay? It is not developed to attract, people to want to pursue that grace, okay? You must contend for productivity. If you know how to cook, you must find a way to package your food and serve it with excellence. If you know how to sing, find a way to work on your voice. To work on your voice, how it sounds. If you're making music, work on the sound as well. Work on the lyrics. Make sure that the lyrics is not just any random thing. Whatever it is that you're doing, refine it, develop it. Okay. Like I said, if you're a cook, make sure you cook well, you package your food well, you practice cleanliness so that when people buy your food, they don't see funny things that will chase them away, okay? You package the food well, it looks good in a good container. You serve it with excellence all the time. It may not happen overnight, but if you keep on doing it, people will begin to place a demand on your value, place demand on your services, okay? God will position you, where your destiny helpers will be. You never know. You might just serve someone who will connect you to some people who will make your business to blow, right? So you must have, you must be productive, value and productive. You refine your services, develop them, let them look attractive, let them look, what do you call it? There's this thing with. Let them be appetizing, okay? When someone is looking at your food, let it look like it's something they should be eating, okay? So you cannot just receive rewards. You cannot just receive rewards from kings just because you are valuable, okay? You're going to have to stay up your game. Not just be valuable, make sure you refine that value. Make sure you develop that value. That is when you stand before kings. That is when your gift will make you stand before great men. Okay? Save your way through excellence. But like I said, it might not happen in one day. It might not happen today, overnight. But if you continue doing it, serving with excellence, developing yourself, refining your value, one day someone who will take you to where you should be. Okay, someone will definitely introduce you to someone that should be, patronizing you or using your services. Okay, so being valuable is not enough all by itself. Make your value productive. Refine, package your value and serve it with excellence to command a reward. Okay, fight anything, reject anything that suggests mediocrity. It is a sponsor for a defeated life. If anything suggests that you should just stay small, you should just stay, your business should stay looking shabby. No, reject all those things. Fight to develop, fight to refine, to package your things well. Even when the business is small, package your things well. Okay? And productivity requires exposure. You're not going to blow, your business is not going to blow if it's your family only that knows about your business. Nowadays, there's platforms to talk about our businesses. There's WhatsApp, there's Facebook, there's different places. Even if you might not go there physically, but there's ways you can make people know your business. There's ways that you can expose your business positively, because positive exposure is definitely needed. Okay, to take your business to different people, you're going to need to broaden your horizon. Let people know what you do. Let people know what you're good at. Let them see your work. Not just, hearing you say it. Let them see what you're capable of doing by seeing your work, your services. Okay? Okay, and another thing, productivity also requires creativity and innovation. If you're selling, if you're all selling, what do you call it? If you're all selling maybe samp, okay? There are people who cook samp with kidney beans. There are those who cook samp with kilmora and margarine. And there are those who, different things. You're going to need to be creative. If your neighbor is selling that samp, or maybe someone around the street is selling the samp just pure as white as it is, you cannot sell it that way. If you're looking, for people to pursue you and to place a demand on your value, you're going to have to be creative. Think of something people haven't done. Maybe it might be the same thing, but do it in a different way that is creative and innovative, and it suggests that you are, thinking out of the box. You are going an extra mile for this thing to work. Okay? Because there are those obviously who prefer to buy the same that is pure white, and there are those that will prefer the one that has milk, and vegetables inside, and it looks very colorful. And believe you me, even if people prefer the first one, because people are inquisitive, people are curious, they will want to know how the one that you're doing is tasting, because it looks different, it looks creative, it looks innovative, right? So they will want to taste it, and who knows, they might taste, and from that time, I think that they prefer yours better than the old traditional one that everybody knows. Okay, so be creative, be innovative in whatever that you are doing. You have to be creative and innovative. Competence and excellence are magnets, and they attract people, they attract resources, and they also attract opportunities to your life. Sometimes a little thing as staying a little thing as staying to, what do you call it, as doing the samp, cooking the samp, might just attract someone to say, oh my God, I've never seen something like this. My company and I doing something. Do you want a contract for this? Do you want, opportunities may come because of your creativity, because of your value, how you package yourself and your business, right? It may just call you more activities, more contracts, more, opportunities to interact with people. Sometimes they might not even give you a contract, but they invite you to a conference whereby you meet other people who are in business and you get contacts, right? So you need to be creative and be innovative, right? Be creative and be innovative, and all you do, serve with excellence. Serve with excellence. Be competent and be excellent. I hope this was productive. I hope this was, informative for someone who's listening to me and someone who's still gonna watch. And if you think it was, please do well and share with your friends, share with your family, and God bless you as you do so. From me.